In our college, there is good balance between academics and activities that helps us grow beyond the classroom. Our students, they engage in various extracurricular activities. First, we have the Legal Ed Clinic, which offers free legal service to those in need. Then we have the Red Ribbon Club, which organize all kinds of events like debates, poster making competition, extempore speech related to social and health issues. We have a pro bono club promoting voluntary legal service. Then we have the Kohima Law College Students Union, which is the apex students body that represents students and keep the college active and vibrant. We have the Evangelical Union that conducts regular fellowship. So these are a few among many activities that and the college encourage and give ample opportunity to the students to participate in these extracurricular activities.
Law is not an easy profession. I'm not trying to warn you off, but it is not easy. And you need a lot of dedication, you need a lot of sleepless nights, uh, endless reading, and that commitment to succeed in this profession. But I hope all of you are here not just to pursue law as a career, not just as a career or as a profession, but due to a true calling. Only if you have a true calling, you will succeed in this profession. And that calling has to continue throughout your life, because a law student is always a law student. We are still law students. Until the day you die, you will be a student, because I think medicine and law are something which, two things which, where you never stop learning. And even as a, for example, we see doctors also have to keep themselves updated about the latest medicines, latest, medical, whatever growth, whatever progress is there. Unless they do that, they are left out and they become redundant. So also in the legal profession, if you stop learning and if you stop reading and if you stop updating yourself, then you will become redundant, and that will be the end of your career. So even when I say those things, they're not to scare you, but to give you that sense that it is not easy. This job, this path that you have taken is not easy, but it's going to be very rewarding, no doubt. And if you see the great nations around the world, you will see that all these great nations have been built and held together by their legal systems. Because they have a strong legal system, their countries have been held together. And the great change makers in these countries have been lawyers, not the soldiers or the politicians, but they have been the lawyers. For example, Abraham Lincoln was a lawyer. Even in our country, Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. Ambedkar, Jawaharlal Nehru, they were all lawyers. And they used the law not just as a career or as a profession, but they used it as a tool, as a weapon to fight oppression and to fight inequality and to craft a framework for this great nation. And that's how lawyers play such a great role in the nation's building, and we have to remember that. We are in a diverse country. India is no doubt a dynamic and diverse country, democratic country, but we see a lot of inequality also, and also a lot of uh, abuse of power by the authorities. So, where do we come in at that time when such things are happening? So, as a professional, as a law professional, you can be the voice for the unheard, for the marginalized. And as a legal professional, you can do so much for our country and for our state. Sometimes we say that idealism is not good, but I feel that it is good to be idealistic sometimes and not become cynical. Because as an idealist, you know that one day the change will come, that one day you can reform something. So if you have that thought in your heart, then you will never become cynical. Another thing is integrity. Never ever compromise integrity with ambition, because fame and fortune, they may come and go. This is temporary, but character is forever, and that will last you for a lifetime. Like I said earlier, learning never stops, and this degree that you will earn. It is just a stepping stone, actually, because that is not the entry, that is just a stepping stone towards your career. You'll face many more stepping stones, and this is one of the stepping stones. And in this, at this level in college, you have to form your basics, the foundation. You have to form a solid foundation in law, the basics. Then only you will be able to go up the steps successfully. For example, the basics in jurisprudence, or the constitution, or the criminal procedural laws. Today we have Justice Surana with us, who is going to give us a lecture on that, and we are all looking forward to that, I'm sure. So I will not say much on that, but the constitution, jurisprudence, the criminal procedural laws, the civil procedural laws, these are the things which you have to get a proper grasp during these days in college. I just want to say something to the women lawyers, just a sort of encouragement. Lawyers as well as the students. There will come a point in your life when you will also get married. You may have children, so your priorities will shift. Like, it will be very difficult to juggle, because I have also faced that. And at a certain point of time, you may feel like quitting. You may feel like giving up. And unfortunately, in Nagaland, I find that almost all the women, they will be very good lawyers. Then the moment they get married, they just leave the profession. So even in the High Court, I find only one, two, three women, and they are single women. you know so what happens to the women when they get married? So you need very strong willpower to continue and not to quit. But that period is very short, I'm telling you. It will pass away. And that struggle period, I'm telling you, because during that period you may feel like giving up, but if you don't give up, then you will cross it, and then you will find that, oh, that was just a phase in life. So you when you face that period, when you reach that time, please remember what I said, and continue, even in spite of all the hardships and the trouble. Just remember that you need only patience, you need hard work, and you need 100% commitment to fulfill your dreams and to be successful in this profession. And remember that law is a lifelong calling and not just a temporary study.
Now, I'll just tell a small story. You go to a shop, say a grocery shop, to buy a kg of rice. Now, this you go to the shopkeeper, tell him that I want a rice, and this fellow in the shop owner, he starts running in the shop, searches here and there, and ultimately after 5 minutes he finds out and says, "Sir, I have found it. I have got the sugar, or this rice, whatever you wanted." Now you have in your list three more items. Please tell me, will you be comfortable to give him the order for rest of the items? Anybody? No. So you are anonymous to no. Sorry, not anonymous. It would be you are in unison that it would be no. Now, the reason is that you are expecting that when you go to a shop, the shopkeeper would know where the items are lying, and then he comes forward and gives you the items at the shortest possible time. So that is a good shopkeeper. Now think of a lawyer. You go to a lawyer with a problem, and the lawyer says that, okay, you have this problem, very good problem, now let me find out the books. He goes to his library, searches for books, takes out one, and then starts reading it, and tells you that, well, give me half an hour, I'll give you the solution. Now, are you interested in that lawyer? No. So therefore, this is when my esteemed sister said that this is a foundational stone for you. She was absolutely right. You should spend your time well reading the books at this stage. When you have an opportunity, you have a library, and brush up with the laws which with which you will be acquainted in course of time. In the law colleges, you have basic legal exposure, maybe uh, 10, 15, 18 subjects, but there are more than 3,000 acts. So how do you go about it? That means that not only you always keep this example of a shopkeeper in your mind, you will have to read books whether you'll get a case or not. It is not that once you have a matter then you start reading. Then it's not a neither it's a education for yourself, neither it would be leading to any service to the society.
As per Legal Service Authority, the main objective of Legal Service Authority is to help the downtrodden people, the marginalized people, the women, the person who are incarcerated in prison for years and years, who have no source of income to hire advocate. So in that scenario, we fit in, we help them free of cost. That was the main objective of enacting this legal service authority. Initially, this legal service clinic was not called as legal service clinic, it was called as legal aid clinic. Now we all know by the meaning legal aid or first aid. We all know that first aid. First aid hole to olop jokhomile phat phat dawa lagai dina. That is for minor injuries. Likewise, Mohanpi Pula Damde Doledo, legal aid Toledo, we were focused mainly on court-based litigations, file kule, poor people's khanke. Now, the parliament thought that it was very limited. Our job was very limited, our service were very limited. We were limited only to prisoners. Now, what about other people outside the prison? They are also suffering. There are injustice happening. So, with that vision, now that word legal aid has been changed to legal service. Now, under service, service includes wide range, right? Mon ajigli panishina, we don't base only on court-based activities. We give them service like in the legal service clinic, we render our service in the form of drafting, counseling, like organizing log adalats. One especially students can come on. My learned friend Nagali has helped the Kohima College students in preparing affidavits, scholarship affidavits, because see, ekta affidavit banawale bhi, you have to miss the whole day, na coming to the court. So what we thought that let our service reach to the doorstep, to the college. And now notary exam logishe, aro panel lawyer duita tina logina. We drafted how many drafted? Yeah, 300. We helped 300 students. See, 300 into 100 will 30,000 we saved that day, to and fro karne. So our legal service is not limited only to court based now. We are here to help people in so many ways. That's why it is called now service. Now during COVID time, there was a scheme relief if someone or anyone from the family expires, that is the father mother, then the dependent gets 50,000. So for that also, many people did not know where to approach, whom to approach, and how to go about it. During that time, even our legal service authority helped those dependent persons or the family members in availing this COVID relief. See, we are not limited only to these things. Okay. Now, the purpose of setting up legal services clinic in colleges is far more important than the legal service clinic in villages. Now, when we see that it is a great opportunity for law students, I was also a student of this college during the 2004-7 batch, 2004-7 batch. We did not have this facility because this legal service, legal aid clinic scheme came only in the year 2010 after I left, or else I would have got this opportunity to work with legal service authority and would have gained more knowledge and would have equipped myself with basic knowledge. Now, if you complete 3 years of LLB course also, if you don't have basic knowledge, then if you enter in the profession after 3 years, then you will start from the scratch. But now, the system, the education system has totally changed. I really feel jealous. I really feel jealous, okay? Because I see interns coming every year. Legal Service Authority help them undergo internship for more than 30 years, 30 days, taking them to different NGOs or jails or mental hospital, taking all the trouble by the Nagaland State Legal Service Authority, financed by Legal Service Authority, because we want well-equipped lawyers later on. Just by reading or studying 3 years LLB, you cannot become an efficient lawyer. We waste our time if we don't have basic knowledge during the time we study. As such, this legal service clinic is a bridge between your theory and practice. Okay, initially, initially we only did theory, only study. Whatever the lecture they teach us, we study that one. Now, coming into legal service authority or this legal service clinic, we study as well as we practice. Like you get involved in mega camp, right? Last time we had this legal mega camp. There you come to know what is real, uh, what to say, the real concept or the objective of legal service authority to help the people. Now, in that Mela also, what we did was we called different NGOs or different departments where we let people come and avail the service. Like Aadhaar, we help them. Now, there are so many social welfare schemes which the department had briefed them when people came. There are so many schemes under agriculture department, social welfare department. In these camps, we invite those departments to explain the people what are the schemes available for them. But if we don't organize these programs, then the department will never tell you. So when we call them, they are compelled to tell the people that there are schemes which are available for the people. So this is how we help people in getting aware of their rights, entitlements, mostly to the legal service clinic in college. How it is benefiting and how it will benefit the law students. As I've already said that it is a bridge between the practical and the theory. Now, see, it is a very, what to say, wonderful opportunity for us as law students to work with legal service authority. During our tenure with legal service authority, we get basic knowledge of law, like how to draft log adalat ADR. We call it as ADR, alternative dispute resolution mechanism, under which comes log adalat, mediation, conciliation. So you get opportunity to practically experience what is log adalat. Okay, we don't just study. If you get involved in legal service authority, we get to know what is log adalat, what is mediation, what is conciliation. Now, mediation is very new in Nagaland, and I'm very fortunate that the legal service authority gave me the opportunity to undergo 40 hours mediation training, and we have been undergoing this 90 days mediation for nation campaign. So under this, I've been working, and it's a very good experience for us. Like there are some issues where there is no issue. I get to know. People just randomly file. I don't blame our colleagues, advocates, but there are some scrupulous advocates who make case even though there is no case. Like integrity. Lord Tip has said, integrity. We should always protect our integrity, no matter how tough it is. And mind you, if you follow integrity, you will never become rich, like me. Okay, it is very hard for us to survive if you have integrity. But on the other hand, I say that it has helped me a lot. It has blessed me in different ways. It's not about money that we need in our life. We need so many blessings in our life. Good health, one. They always ask me, you don't feel sick. Yes, I don't feel sad. Yesterday I was really I was sleeping okay. I really got tired, but the moment Sir MS called me that you have a program, I had to wake up and I got fresh again. See, because there is a calling. There is a calling for me to render my service to the people. Don't take this profession just to earn money or just to for your personal gain. First of all, ask yourself what you have rendered to the society or how you can render your service to the society. The society has given us so much. Don't just be a good boy or good girl. It's no use nowadays. You have to be a smart boy and smart girl by rendering our service to the people. I try to go to court every day, though I may not have some days I don't have cases. But I feel that if I go to office, I stay, and if I can at least help one person in a day, then I get satisfied. But I see many government officials, they don't come to their office regularly. They keep people waiting and waiting and waiting. They don't feel pity. They don't know the main job. They call themselves as government servant, right? Servant to serve people, but they become dictator. That is very wrong. So likewise, let our fraternity as lawyers or law students or what to say, judge be an example of the true meaning of noble profession.
Legal Service Authority is also executing the other schemes that are being given by National Legal Service Authority, stationed at Delhi. They give direction to all the state legal service in the country to carry forward the schemes. The schemes like victims of trafficking or a person involved in commercial sexual exploitation. This kind of exploitation, which is relevant in our given society, we are given the responsibility to extend helping hand, legal aid. If they don't know anything how to take care of their rights, to claim their rights, we are there to extend legal aid to these vulnerable people. Extend helping hand to the organized, unorganized sectors like laborers, in our unorganized sector in collaboration with like labor department. We also extend to give child-friendly services for their protection. This year, we have received 24 beneficiaries for victim compensation. Amounts are given to the victim who were a victim of crime. So out of that 24 beneficiaries, around 27 lakhs has been disbursed, out of which 14 cases were sexually related abuse to particularly minor children. So this kind of vulnerable people in our societies, we extend helping hand. Whatever rights the entitlement, suppose like they are entitled to victim compensation. So as recommended by the respective district legal service authority, we pursue with the state government, get the sanction amount and disburse to the family of the victim person. We also extend legal aid to disabled, mentally disabled person. Whatever documents, legal documents perhaps, maybe in the form of affidavit declaration, for their preparation of the legal documents. We also extend helping hand in those kind of vulnerable people in our society. Legal service also, activities also extend, reaching out to village leaders, village council, or ward members, or maybe women's organization, maybe church organization, NGOs, we extend our helping hand to create awareness in many related law subjects, which many of our people are not aware. Because all of us are not students of law. So many of our people are not aware of so many rights which we are entitled to. So Legal Service Authority, District Legal Service Authority at the village level, they reach out to people to create awareness. Look, these are your rights, these are the facilities available for people. Go ahead. If you don't know how to get it, we are there to extend helping hand, to provide maybe in the form of affidavit or maybe writing some application to the competent authority. No? Those are the logistical support which we try to do, extending help to people. We are also reaching out to various societies about drug menace that is affecting our society. Drug trafficking, drug abuse. I'm sure you will definitely agree that drugs have destroyed many families. Drug abuse is a menace in our Naga societies, and so we also try to sensitize about the drug menace, the drug abuse that is harmful to the family, to the society in general. Legal Service Authority is also reaching out to the disasters in time of natural calamities where disasters occurs. We send our troops, our penal lawyers, go and meet people who are victim of such disasters, maybe a landslide, maybe whatever. We try to know their problems faced by them and bring their problems to the attention of the competent authorities to extend all logistical support, to extend helping hand to those people who are being affected in natural calamities. We are also reaching out to senior citizens in our state. What are the benefits the senior citizens are supposed to get under the Constitution or any other schemes? We try to reach out to senior citizens also. Recently, a new scheme has been also launched called Sati. Under this Sati, emphasis has been made that child marriage is prohibited. And under the definition of this child marriage, a male has to be 21 years of age. A female has to be 18 years of age. So if you are getting married below 18 years for female, you are a minor. If you are getting married for boys, if you are getting married when you have not attained 21 years, you are considered as minor. So the concept of child marriage is prohibited in the sense means if we are getting married below this age given, if there is any complaint as such, you may perhaps be booked even under POCSO Act. So we are creating awareness to people. Of course, in Nagaland, as far as we are concerned, probably because of faith in our religion, maybe all of us are not prone to go for child marriage. But in other society, as we know, the practice of child marriage in India is rampant. So a scheme under Sati, prohibition of child marriage was prohibited, and we create awareness to people. There is also a clear direction under this scheme Sati to prepare legal documents for children, like Aadhaar registration paper documents, including those disabilities, children who are far and near in remote areas. Our DLSA panel lawyers, paralegal volunteers will go and identify those disabled persons. And we will prepare their legal documents and bring to the notice of competent authority to issue disability certificate to such disabled children. Curiosity. Our lawyers, our district lawyers, our district legal service authority will organize different types of seminars, different related subject to the church leadership or to maybe a college, or maybe schools, or maybe NGOs, or maybe anywhere. So they are carrying out the activities in the form of legal services, in the form of distributing pamphlets. We have some pamphlets in your legal clinic. There are some new pamphlets which has been published by Nagaland State Legal Service Authority. Suppose like POCSO Act. How POCSO Act applies, we have precisely published about POCSO, a handbook on POCSO, then narcotic drugs, a handbook on narcotic drugs, and the disposal rule 2022, suppose, or POSH, or some any other related subjects which are precisely published by the State Legal Service Authority, you can always access. And if you read, I am sure you will gain much knowledge, because those things which we have written are precise and some good touching point only. We are not covering the entire textbook, entire BRS, but some points which are very important are being collected and published. So I encourage all of you to come visit our offices or visit from your legal service. Us in charge to bring the new publication, read it. The more you read, the more knowledge. That is guarantee. So please collect it. We also distribute pamphlets during Republic Day celebration, in the Business Day celebration, the 10 days Hornbill Festival, and all those programs which our district legal service authorities are doing, we distribute pamphlets. Some panel lawyers, some PLVs, paralegal volunteers, go even house to house and give them. And as a lawyer, as a student of lawyer, as a student of law, I can challenge many of you to become even paralegal volunteers. If you become paralegal volunteers and do something good for people, we are willing to pay you 750 per day. With the 750 rupees, I believe you can have 2 GB data also. No. But you must try to do something good, help, extend help as a paralegal volunteers. You have to write to us. We have to get approval from the executive chairman. We notify them, Ms. So-and-so is appointed as a paralegal volunteer. So you can always be part of that also, nothing harm. Because right after 12 o'clock, you say you have nothing to do. You can go to High Court, go to library also. There are so many things you can read. You can come to us also, go to our office, collect some books, read. The more you read, the more good lawyer you're going to become. So I have almost covered whatever the activities we are doing, but this is just the activities what we are doing. As a lawyer, as a students of law, we are all students of law. We are all we are willing to help whatever is possible from our side. So you can always get access to our office, to our district legal service authorities, to our panel lawyers, and we can always coordinate. And like our speaker earlier have already said, we are the students of law sailing on the same boat. We have to really study hard. Every day, in fact, we should read one judgment. A judgment delivered by Supreme Court. At least read one judgment. That will be really benefit for you. Read one judgment concerning murder. Murder trial has been started from the trial court. Trial court has given its ruling. It has preferred appeal before the High Court. High Court has given his ruling. High Court, against that, or someone have gone to Supreme Court. You see, just read one judgment a day. Then you will surely know the position of law, the concept of law, the application of law. You will know better and better and better. Every day is a new thing for lawyers, for judges. So we should try our best to read more. The more we read, the more we learn. And as I was saying this morning, as a lawyer, we have to be talkative. Our submission has to be also be forceful. It's not so. What we are saying, it must be clear. Your duty as a lawyer is to convince the court. You are to teach the judge. Itu asal. My Lord, this is my case. And this is my prayer. It has to be precise, unambiguous, cleared. This is the fate of the case. This is my prayer. Supreme Court, the law is like this. Precise. So to do that, we need a skill. A skill is what? We need to read. The more we read, the more we have the skill. So thank you so much. I want to thank the principal for giving the opportunity for the Nagaland State Legal Service Authority, the Kohima District Legal Service Authority, that we have really a wonderful time. I hope and pray that you will be also inspired. And from today onward, I believe you will also read more. Okay, thank you so much for your patient hearing.